Hey there, guys. Let's check in on the queen of the word salad.
And then you use it for your heat and cooking until you don't have any, and at least that way you knew how much to budget for. So convenience is nice sometimes, but I also have to stay ready for the just tough it through it type.
Okay, so do we really believe that in the dead of winter she's going to tough it out in that van? Now, last year, when she was at her daughter's for winter, she lived in an old trailer, house trailer. It was dilapidated. It was falling apart, but she had one room that she used. She had it tarped off. Bed. I mean, it was livable, I guess. And there she made it through the whole winter until she got pissed off at her daughter and stomped off in a tantrum. So, here she's talking about, budgeting her propane for, the winter and stuff like that. Guys, come on. She can get up and go in her daughter's house if it gets too bad. I mean, come on. Because in my opinion, I don't see her rolling out of there anytime before winter's over.
Oh, I wish Miss Rita was in here. She told me I had to be here before 9. I believe that was Miss Rita that said it. I have to be here before 9. Maybe what I should do is just send out a few invites and see if I can get them in here. So far on the van, we've got the window fixed. I did hang up a lot of curtains and made it all pretty. I know it's a mess right now. That's my coat on top of there. But now I've realized that those pretty curtains are probably not going to be the warmest choice for the winter, so I may have to pull everything down and go to like a thrift store and buy blankets to make curtains out of. Something thicker with a little bit more insulation for all the windows that this conversion van has in it. The windows are going to be cold no matter if I insulate the walls or not. So putting a thicker material over the windows might help us hold heat in better.
I'm going to tell you what. I would love to know what her daughter spends on coffee a week. Because Tracy drinks a lot of coffee. And her daughter's footing the bill, I'm sure, for the coffee, the cream, and the sugar. And the food. Because, what we've heard from Tracy is that she's barely making enough gifts, TikTok gifts, to cash out on Wednesday. You have to have at least $10 in your TikTok account in gifts to cash out. So, and then she claims she's not gotten any donations since she's been there. Then she said she got one from Bonnie and then one from someone else that was a nice size donation that, she would be able to get at least one thing for the truck or the van. So, how is she paying for food for herself and Bella? But, she'll act like, when it comes time to roll out, she'll act like she did all these things for her daughter and her daughter's not appreciated anything. Well, ma'am, it looks like she's kind of supporting you at this point.
Oh, it says encourage viewers to share. So like and share this video if you can, this live. All right. If anybody wants to talk or has any questions, I'm right here to answer. And I'm going to get back to doing this thing, so I might be able to pin it all down today. can't wait till it's done and then I can put up a video of it. Of course, it's going to be in true Tracy's fashion. And good morning, Kimmy. I seen you come in a little bit earlier. Hello, everybody coming in. I'm Tracy, and I'm just on here having some coffee this morning, hanging out. Let's talk about what's going on. I don't know if you got a subject. What's going on is big, so there's lots of things to choose from. If you want to have a chat about it. You had a phone call. Sometimes I forget the phones are used for phone calls. I don't get very many of those. If I do, it's usually my daughter because she's not at the house and I'm with the kids. Yours too, yeah. I don't have anybody else that calls me. I don't even have bill collectors that call me. Well, I have one bill collector that calls me for a hospital bill. Unless it's about babysitting. Yeah, I don't have a place to do that. I wish somebody would call me up and say, hey, you want to come to my place and babysit for me? I used to do babysitting a lot. That was what I did during the pandemic. But I had a house then that I could babysit in, and it was so much easier because all my things were right there. I knew where everything was. It's a little harder to do when you don't have a house to do it in. Even whenever I didn't have a house and I had a camper out by the lake, I did babysitting there, like day camp. So we could all go and hang out at the river, and we did campfire cookouts for lunchtime and went foraging, and we had a little class. We would just walk around out by the river and collect different things and look them up and see what they were. I didn't always cook on the campfire. I also had a stove inside that was propane for bad days. But cooking on the fire taught the kids so much more. Plus, they would all pitch in and be around while we're cooking. Oh, I need to give this thing a break. That's hot. Let me take a break. Put my thumb on that one last time and it went shh. Yeah, but I have enough to either get the battery or a seat for the van at this time. So I've just got it put back so that if we go out to the junkyard, then I have that on hand if they have the right seat. But the last place we went didn't even have a seat for this van. So kind of keeping it on hand is the best idea for whenever we do go there. If we go into town and they happen to have a vehicle that's been wrecked or something that would fit a seat for this, then I would have the money on me to get it. Otherwise, we'll get the battery with it. I can't drive without either one of them. It has been nice to have this glass window put in. My daughter went and got me a glass window because this back part only had a plastic over it, the window spot. Everybody kept saying, well, you could just put this over it or that over it. It's cheaper. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm living in it. It's going to be freezing. At least the window stops the breeze. Hello, welcome in, everybody. So far, this morning's been pretty good. I found out I don't watch the kids today at all. I actually have the day to myself, so I can work on this outfit that I've started working on. No, if I don't know you, I'm not going to accept your invite for the live co-hosting. So if you've been in here, hung out and interacted a little bit, then maybe I would. I was on live talking with Tanya, Voices for Victims, and last night. And so I do co-hosts. I just don't if I don't know you. I was on here once and had a bunch of random people co-hosting with me whenever somebody got on here and started doing some kind of racial national anthem that they had, and I was like, absolutely and absolutely not. And then that's whenever I got popped up with a violation warning because of one of my guests' hate speech. Yeah, and I couldn't even hit the button quick enough because I didn't know how to eject them out of the room. So they kept going for a minute while I figured it out. That wasn't cool. That was not cool. I keep trying to find the right time of day whenever it's like people are on and they'll come in the rooms and sit with you and talk for a little bit. But it seems like every time I come on, I get like between 3 and 6 people in my live. That's pretty disheartening for somebody that has been doing this for 3 years and has 5,000 followers, that I can only get 3 people in my room at a time. Hi, Amanda. It's been a minute since I've seen you. If you guys could tap and like the screen, that would put my information out there on the FYP, and maybe I could get a few more people up in here. I think that my hope has been getting up and then getting away from me for about 2 weeks now. So I'm kind of not all the way myself, you know, how I'm usually all happy all the time, and I've been pulled back a little bit trying to figure out options of how to go forward and get this thing on the road before it's really freezing and snowing out here.
How does she think that? I mean, what does she think, it's just going to fall from the sky? You're sitting around in a van every day making crafts. She barely goes live anymore. And, I mean, someone's not just going to come up and knock on the back van door and say, here you go. Here's a stack of money. Go get your van on the road so you can drive out with no license and wander the world being a representative for God knows who. I've still been yet to figure out who she is a representative for. I don't understand yet.
Right now it's just chilly in the nighttime, in the early morning, but it's fixing to get cold. And I would like to be further south whenever it decides that snow is appropriate. Hi, Bo. Yeah, I'm in Missouri at my daughter's. The same town we all met. Yeah. I'm just having coffee this morning, Bo, and sitting on here chatting with everybody. You got something up you want to talk about? I know it's not a very good way to hide out from your ex is to be there where everybody met. Right. That's all right. I've got quite confidence that I don't got to take no shit off of nobody, and it would be a problem to come look for me. I'm not in the corner crying no more. Yeah, we did. I that is probably the only upside to it all because everything else had. When everything was laid out, when I started going through all the paperwork and stuff, I was like, oh my goodness, this cannot be real. No one person can be doing all this evil. And for sure, that's what was happening. Yeah. I think that I am much stronger in my independence and myself at this time than I was back then. That's almost 10 years ago, that I walked away and I haven't looked back. That was 10 years ago. That means this has been like a 20-year cycle. Yeah. Yeah. We got married in 2006. Yeah. I had a hair on my eyelash. I think my dog put it there. She's like, here you go, Mom. I'm going to decorate you. She's a golden retriever, so her hair is on everything. It's just so that I've deduced that the dogs leave this furry pattern all over your black pants. It's all because they want other dogs to know that they already have an owner. Not the dogs, we do. Yeah. Yeah, the dogs don't have owners, we do, and so they send us out with their scent and fur all over us to make sure other dogs know that this owner is not up for adoption. Thought maybe if I pulled that curtain back, this side of my face won't be so dark. It's going to be a very good day today. Today is the 30th. So on the 28th, I was like, for a few days leading up to the 28th, it happens every year for me on around that time, is because my mother died 26 years ago, October 28th. And so I do kind of retreat to give thought to the person that was there when I was raised, and reflect on our life together when she was here. That's the meaning of it, is to just reflect on all that we had been through. So I kind of did withdraw for a few days, maybe even 2 weeks around this time. That's okay, because the first year that she was gone, I was dressed in all black. I dyed my hair all black. I just wanted nothing to do with anything. And we were close because we were a lot alike, but we used that intelligence in a different way than each other. And so we were also very different, because the choices that she made, I would not have made. I would have made a different choice. And so we were completely different, but with a mindset that is very much the same, that just went in two different directions. Nobody likes being called out, especially your mama don't like to be called out by her kid. And so it does get bad whenever they do that. And I'm somebody that if I see you treating another person incorrectly and pushing them around and being bullied, I'm definitely going to stand up for the person that is being bullied. And no, I have found that it doesn't matter if you're 7'2". It just happens. When you see an injustice going on, you just stand up and speak about it. Well, maybe this isn't the right time to be on live. You see my head clicking right now? I'm thinking about, okay, well, how can I just stay on live and get things done, be a little bit productive, and bring more people into the live? And I have absolutely no clue. So, maybe if I got my headphones out and put the other phone on some music and sat here and did my craft, then I could just stay on live all morning. I guess it is time for everybody to be getting up and getting ready right now for their days. All right, well, I guess I'm going to get off of here for now, and I'll come back later, maybe in an hour or so. It doesn't seem like anybody is talking right now, and I come on here to kind of have community and conversate with everybody. You know, just, I'm out here pretty much alone with Bella in the van. I don't know whatever happened to the cat last night. It got out. Oh, I do know. It knocked over an entire tray of glass beads in the floor. And so I was like, okay, I'm done. And I put it out. That's right. I woke up in the middle of the night with crashing glass beads all over the floor. I forgot that kitty was such a hard cat to have inside last night. I made sure I'd swear off kitties. I'm not getting a kitty to travel in the van with me. Well, maybe I should get off here and go inside and hang out with the kiddos for the morning. And then come back a little bit later, about 9:30 or so. I know I need to get another cup of coffee so I can keep waking up. Alright, I love you guys. I hope to see you soon. I'll be back in just a little while. I'm going to go freshen up my coffee, go to the bathroom and things. And hopefully whenever I log back in, it'll be a little bit more lively than this. I love you.
All right, guys. Catch you on the next one.
Guys, I hope to see you later.